Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. This is a rather large coloring book haul for the month of January 2020. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to do complete flip throughs of any of these books because I do have videos out there in my flip throughs playlist for all of these books. So if you are interested in complete flip throughs of any of them, go look through my flip throughs playlist and it will be in there. Okay, so let's start at the top. I was so excited when Mystery Mosaics by Belba Family came out with this new book. It's called Wow Cats, and I did color a few out of here. It's another book with their teeny tiny squares to color in. So yeah, love this book. Okay, and then we have Artesa's first ever coloring book. This is Unique Doodle Illustrations. They're detachable pages, and I like the fact they have this band on there so that you can just open it up, take it on the go. It's printed on nice single-sided paper. So they have another one out. I will be doing a flip through of that book shortly. That should be a video coming up shortly. Then Sun Life Drawing came out with another new book. This one is Art Animal Stencils Color by Number. So I am going to be coloring one out of here, seeing as how it is Sun Life Drawing Color Along Month for myself and Kate. I will be having that announcement video up shortly also, or maybe it'll even be up before this one. I don't know. Then Jade Summers' huge coloring book. This is 100 Flowers. It's a thick coloring book. So there are no duplicates in here. But yeah, it's a more simplistic book to color, nothing detailed, just awesome. This would be just great for alcohol markers. Then we have Coloring Book Cafe's Baby Animals, Volume 1, and they are adorable. They're so cute. And you all know I love my Camellia and Jacova. So we have 50 amazing mythical creatures. Beautiful pictures in here. She goes through the entire alphabet and gives you 50 different mythical creatures that start with that particular letter. So yeah. And I bought a number of books from Benmore Book. This one is Mondelez for beginners, so they're very simplistic type of mandalas. Great for if you have a visual impairment. If you want to just, do some real stress-free coloring with alcohol markers. Then we have a Cute Animals coloring book. It's called Let's Play, again by Benmore Book. Very, very simplistic, pictures in this one too. Then he has come out with a number, and I keep getting notifications that I keep saying he because of Benmore, but it must be a company. More of the midnight editions of the existing books that they have out. So there's like, oh my gosh, like 5 or 6 more midnight editions of their mandala books that they just came out with. But these are all black background mandalas. They have tons and tons of books out there. Here's a little bit smaller one. This is volume 2. A little bit smaller than the 8.5 by 11 books. Here is a huge one. This is 101 mandalas, volume 2. So yeah, this is a big one, but really neat mandalas in there. Then I did also find some books. This is another one I hadn't heard of. It's called Creative Lounge, Kreatif. This one is the Unicorn book, coloring books for girls 4 to 8. Includes adults because it's adorable. It's so cute. Reminds me of My Little Ponies. Then they also have out beautiful mandalas, manda coloring book for girls ages 8 to 12. So we're getting more advanced. The neat thing about this book, and I've never seen one like this, is you have this figure in the middle and then you have a mandala around it. And they're so pretty. A lot of fairies in this book. Isn't that pretty? And then the last one in this series is Forest and Birds coloring book. Oh no, yeah. I'm sorry, that unicorn one, yeah, that was the end. This one, Beautiful Mondelez, is by, oh yeah, Creative Lounge, because it just says coloring book on the outside. So okay, so another one by Creative Lounge is Forest and Birds coloring book, and this one is much more detailed than the first two, but just gorgeous. And they do have 2 copies of each picture in here, but really pretty. A lot of birds. If you like coloring foliage and stuff, there's tons and tons of that in here. And then the last, now it's the last book in this series by Creative Lounge, is 100 Mandalas. So again, some really neat mandalas. Okay, next little series I found of books is by Talanova Ludmila, I believe is how it's pronounced. This one is Tropical Animals. Lot of Zentangling in here, which I didn't know when I bought it. If you're a Zentangle lover, you would like this. I'm not a huge Zentangle person, so may donate that one. Then we have Female Beauty. These are pretty. I like this book. If you like doing portrait pictures. A lot of really pretty pictures in here. Then the last one is the Color by Number book, and you talk about extremely detailed. But yeah, they would be absolutely stunning when you're done. But yeah, tons of colors to it. So these would take a while to do. Very, very detailed. Then I love John Wick, W-I-K. He used to be with Creative Haven, but now I see he's gone off on his own, or it's the opposite. Either he was first on his own and now is with Creative Haven. I'm not sure, but this one is a Geo Mandala, and it's a smaller size book, as you can see by my hand. And I just love these designs. You can see these all have the black background. And then he has a volume 2. So this is called Geo Mandala 2. More of the same types of patterns on that black background. And then one of his books that I didn't have is Kaleidoscopes. This is the enhanced edition. So nice bold black lines in here. So perfect to use alcohol markers with. So I would be using markers on this one. Those other ones and the ones that I have, I use all glitter gel pens. Here is the, I keep putting it crooked because my camera is crooked up there. And I don't want to make you guys dizzy by adjusting it right now. This one's Geometric Coloring Book. There's 50 geometric shapes, patterns, and designs. This is by Angela Lindsay. And you know me and my geometric patterns, any patterns, much more on the simple side. Nothing detailed at all in this book. So again, you want some nice stress-free coloring. Here are the rest of all of the Mosaic coloring books. I bought a whole bunch by Color Questopia, as you will see. This one is called Beautiful Ocean, and I did color one in here, but they're all color by number, and they look mosaic stained glass kind of thing. And that's the one I did. And again, if you're not familiar with how I color these, I go over the white lines in between each shape with a silver glitter gel pen beforehand. Then when you color in, especially with alcohol markers, it doesn't bleed over the line. It kind of repels that ink. So yeah. And then a horses one. Some really pretty horsies in here. And I did color one in here, that one. Then we have Dragon Fantasy, and this was the one I was looking forward to the most. Love dragons. And this one's a little bit more detailed. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's really not that bad. I colored the very first one. Now, I did do a review. Like I said, I always do have complete flip-throughs of my books. This particular book did not have numbers on a number of their pages, and it was very frustrating. Well, they did take, and I mentioned this in my other video for the end of the month, what I colored. I did mention this in that video also. They did take this version down. They came out with an updated version. This one does have all the numbers, and so I'm so glad they updated it. So if you wanted this book but you were disappointed because it didn't have all the numbers in, the one that's out on Amazon now does have all of the numbers in it. Then they have one for giraffes. Again, same thing. And they have one for owls. I mean, they have one for just about any animal, I think. They just have tons and tons of them out there. See, here we have, for you owl lovers, isn't that pretty? Tons of owls. And then finally, animals. So there's all kinds of animals in this one. Ostriches. I haven't colored out of this one yet. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Then we have, oh no, I take that back. I do have some more. These are all still by Color Questopia. Here's foxes. Haven't done any in this one either yet. Then we have country farm scenes. I went Color Questopia crazy last month. A lot of real cute pictures in there too. Then we have one last one. It's called Beautiful Cities and Landmarks. Whoops, there we go. Leaning Tower of Pisa. You know, so they have all famous places. There's the Colosseum. And two other books from Color Questopia, but they're a little bit different than that. If you know spiroglyphics coloring books, there's a few of them out. This is similar to those, where you have the spirals and you just color round and round with one color and it makes a picture. So there's not a whole lot to look at the book itself, but if you look in the back, it kind of shows you what each one is. So yeah, these are real easy to do. They do take a little bit of time because of the thin lines in it, but yeah, you just keep going around and around. So this one is Famous Places. The other one along that lines is Famous Faces. So we got Famous Places and we got Famous Faces. So again, we have kind of cheat pictures in the back. We got Gandhi, Cleopatra, Elton John, Ellen. So some people from the past, some people from the present. We have Beyonce, Audrey Hepburn, Babe Ruth, just all kinds of people. And again, it's just your spiral pictures. And then I was so kindly sent this book by Ellie Marks. It's called Flower Haiku. Again, I did do a flip through of this in the past. There's a haiku on the left side of the page, which she wrote all these haikus also. Each one starts with a letter of the alphabet. So there's K, there's L, and so on and so forth. And then the flower that is over here starts with that letter. So here's mimosas, bright gold. Here we have nasturtium, orchids, and so on and so forth. So very, very pretty book. And then I was so kindly gifted these last two books. This one is Creative Haven Spring Scenes. And it's so pretty. I want to do one in here. I'm just not sure what I want to color it with yet. I was thinking about actually getting out my ink tints. I have not worked with them in ages, but I thought, ooh, it's a little bit heavier paper. And I think that would work really good in there. And then last but not least, in my large coloring haul, again, this one was gifted to me. It's called Nature Color by Numbers. It's by Felicity James. And all color by number picture from nature. Isn't that pretty? Love hummingbirds. And the thing that's nice about this whole line of coloring books is the fact that the color palette folds out from the book. So you have this sitting out while you're coloring. And I love it when they do that. So that you're not flipping, like, say, around to the back of the book constantly to look at what color you need. So that is my coloring haul for the month of January. I'm not even going to bother getting them all back over here. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend, and as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.